This is the RE5 carburetor, and I just want to talk about the relationship between the angles that are specified in the manual and in bulletin 9, the angle gauge and the various valves. And what you're looking at there is the primary throat and the secondary throat. You can see both throats are closed. Over here we have what the manual refers to as touch timing. That's the accelerator pump actuation tabs. Over here is the limiter plate. And you can see this arm is connected to the secondary throat activation lever, and it is prevented from moving up by this limiter plate here. Another view of the limiter plate, you can actually see once the limiter plate starts to move up, then that arm will be able to move up as well and allow the secondary throat to open. The vacuum actuator, which moves the secondary throat, is normally attached to that pin just there. So just to start with anyway, what we can see here is the primary throat it's closed, and the manual says that it has a resting angle of 8 degrees, but as I'll demonstrate, it's all irrelevant for the setting of various angles. So that is fully closed. I can pull down on this tab here, it's closed, and if you come around here you'll see that the angle gauge is set on 0 degrees. Now, for the touch timing of the accelerator pump, if I move this up, you can see those tabs just there. That tab touches there, and just here you can actually see when the tab touches, the accelerator pump arm starts to move. And if I just set that right there, just at the point it moves, you can actually see that there it is, very close to 28 degrees. The other feature is the port valve setting, which we don't do on the carburetor, but that is normally at 35 degrees. But now the most important one here, just to understand how it works, is the book says that the primary valve is at an angle of 41 degrees when the limiter plate starts to move. Now I'll just move this up here, and if you have a look here, you'll see the limiter plate. The limiter plate is starting to move right there. Now the limiter plate is moving because of this touch timing here between these two tabs. It's factory set. See, the two tabs are just touching there. So the limiter plate actually starts to open, and according to the book that's 41 degrees. And if we now have a look at the angle gauge, you can see it's pretty much 41 degrees. The point being is that when the manual says 41 degrees of primary movement, they are referencing that to that position there. So all of the angles, the 28 degrees, the 35 degrees, the 41 degrees, are all referenced to a closed primary valve. And even though the primary valve is at 8 degrees resting, that's irrelevant. So when it says to set your port valve at 35 degrees, that is 6 degrees before the secondary throat starts to move.